to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, bless me like I said I do, like a nigga sneeze.
Fuck it, yeah, we started stream.
Squeeze them, get cream. Never let them hold
get in between of what we started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted.
They love me when I was stuck in
They hate when I departed.
I go and get it, regardless. Draw like I'm an artist, we're crawling, we're straight to walk with forest.
Fuck
I'm regardless of foreign bitches menaging.
Fucking sucking, swallowing.
Anything for $1.
They tell them get them, I got them.
I did it without an album.
I did this shit with Mariah.
Little nigga, I'm on fire.
I see as a 100 game Philly nigga, I'm fire.
When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was leaf. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hater rest in peace. Hater rest in peace, rest in peace to the Parkers.
say a word. I don't say a word till I grind without a guy that I deserve. Fuck, nigga. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished when I bought that SMR. Y'all thought it was running. Pushing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Yeah, I'm the intro. Come, bro. This my son needs something, everybody my son needs something. You fuck around, get killed. You fuck around, you fuck around, you fuck around, get smoked. All I know is murder. Yo, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Locking into the stream and getting started, getting everything going. Getting to the grind. We got a lot of shit planned for today. Real nigga, what up? If you ain't about that murder game, then pussy nigga, shut up. I'm jamming to music. Hold on. They know me. Mom, they know me. They gon' remember me. They gon' remember me. I jump out and take her front turn to your enemies. Me sitting in the reef. I look into me. So we gonna get out the black void soon. But I'm having a good time listening to Dreams and Nightmare. I'm gone. Woo! Alright, so we might do a couple more songs. But I'm gonna do an inspirational yeah. Alright. Alright, so I think you hear the music in the background. This from the Spider-Man movie. Alright. Good morning, Yap. Or good afternoon, Yap, because it's about to be the afternoon. Woke up today. You woke up today. We woke up today. We get another chance at grinding. We get another chance at life. We get another chance at living. Don't take it for granted. Life is quick anyways. You don't have a lot of time here. You don't have a lot of time there. You don't have a lot of time anywhere in this life. So appreciate every little small moment that you have to achieve, to do something, to live life, to do anything. Even if it's just, I can't even fake to you, even if it's just bed rotting. Don't take yourself out the game because you're still needed in this game. Everyone is still needed. Even if you feel like you don't have a purpose or serve a purpose, you have a purpose and you are needed. You are great. You are loved. Everyone is loved. Even if you don't feel like you're loved, even if it's not close by, there's people out there who love you and will always love you and cherish you. And then even if you don't have that, even if you believe you don't have that, you gotta love yourself at the end of the day. You gotta love yourself because ain't nobody gonna love you more than you love yourself. Ain't nobody gonna love you better than you love yourself. So, it's one of those situations and scenarios where it's like, gotta start loving yourself and grinding more and grinding for yourself and being there for yourself more than anybody else because you can't pour from an empty cup. When you're empty and you continue to pour out into others and you don't have nothing for yourself, and it's good to help people, but you can't continue to help people if you're broken, if you can't help yourself. If you want to help more people, the way to help more people is helping yourself first and making sure you're on your toes as much as possible. But we about to slide over into some segments. I was thinking about watching some Streamer University shit. This time isn't right on here. When you're on stream, on OBS. But so basically, we're about to do some. I think I might look at. All right, so I'm gonna go over to some Streamer University stuff. I'm gonna pull that up, and then I'm gonna pull up Twitch though. And then I'm trying to stream longer, stream more. I've been streaming in these like 2 to 3 hour sections, and just having different segments and skits in it. Just so I can keep time and have time. But I think what I want to do is watch the remainder of I think this is the last day of the Streamer Olympics, so I want to watch like what they got going on there. And then I know Casanet had released some clips and stuff, so I want to go and see those clips and see what those about on YouTube. And then we're gonna check into I got some stuff for myself about Luigi Mangione, some TikToks. We're gonna check in on Canal and his and his Twitch to see what he's up to. And then we're gonna end it on some Fortnite, some arenas, and then an inspirational farewell yap. But that's like the schedule. And then I might start doing streams later on in the evening. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing streams later on in the evening with no kind of like structure to them, just to kind of like stream and get people coming in and stuff. So I need to work on that and do that. But it's all a work in progress. So I'm getting used to streaming more anyways, because I don't stream that much. But getting used to actually streaming and shit, it's been a process. Because it is difficult. I don't believe it's more difficult than a 9 to 5, but the independence of it is more difficult. Not having anybody tell you what to do and if you're not a self-driven person, you're not going to have a good time streaming. You're not going to have a good, enjoyable time streaming because everything is on you. Everything relies back onto you for like content, for creating, for getting up every day. And then I'm at the beginning, so I'm not like, so yeah, I ain't making no money, I ain't making no profit or anything, so I'm just doing this out of love and compassion and shit. For you find streamers you can collaborate with here. The collab icon means you can click knock to ask collaborate. You can knock from their channel pages or from your following list. Okay. So you can like stream with other people now. That's dope. You just gotta knock on their page. Let me check the stream manager. To see if that feature. Damn, Frank Ocean said I ain't had a job since 2009. That's what I'm trying to be like, in all honesty. I'm not trying to have no job from 2025 to the future. Oh yeah, and I need to talk about, so I'm gonna talk about work and shit like that, my AV stuff. I'm gonna talk about getting fired and stuff like that. I'm gonna do more story times and everything. Once I get started, more people get rolling in more. But I got a shit ton of story times from AV and work and shit. I actually need to write that down, cause I got hella shit. And then I can't even fake to you. I'm up proof too. It's a stream together feature. Stream together. Twitch may record video and sound while you're backstage for safety reasons. Record. Stream together. The host can initiate a shared chat. In shared chat, your chat is combining other positions. Joint moderate and activate the third party application, including chat bots and extensions. You can leave share chat anytime. Your community will leave with you. while visiting this site. Level up your collaborations with shared chat and shared viewership. Combine chats with your collaborators and let your community hang out together. Using shared chat unlocks shared viewerships where your streams with full size of collaborators. Full size of your collaborate and discover art. You can leave shared chat at any time. You can not now. Wait, so I'm trying to go over these features and see what they are. Hold on, because why can't I see myself on my phone? Hello? Why can't I see myself? Why can't I'm trying to check to see if I can find myself. Okay. Invite guests. Pause collaboration on your channel. Start viewer. Let me see. Share screen. Turn on camera. Camera in use elsewhere. Oh yeah, because it's on OBS. Can't select your camera. Camera baby already in use by your streaming software. Set up a virtual camera and select it in the drop down above. I'm trying to go through this shit. And I have no idea what I'm doing with this collaborating shit. Turn off camera, share your screen, turn off camera, turn off mic, mute audio, layout options, settings, manage, end stream together. Alright, we're back. Let's see if my shit is still popping up. Alright. So we're back. Let me see if I can still hear myself. Hello? Let me see if I can still hear myself. Hello? Alright. Yeah, so we're locking back in. I do got shit on the agenda for today. I do think locking in later for like 12:30, 1 o'clock streams may be my to go to now. And then I'll stream until like 3:30. But then I'm gonna slowly start to beef the stream up more as I get more motion and get more flow and get better at this. But this is just the third stream. So going to pull up some Streamer University shit. And finish going through that and seeing what that got to offer, or see what's rocking with that shit. This long ass Frank Ocean song on long ass outro. I be hating when the outros is like super long like that. Keep rushing it. Oh no. See you're wrapped up in old habits. Trying to say, hey, 'cause you can't find your purpose. Your composure. We're in for nasty weather. And I said, it's just treasure. The world starts slipping, the brain keeps tripping, and the bra starts keep rushing, the world starts slipping, the brain starts tripping, and Alright, so I did the song I was listening to. Just kind of, I caught an earbud listening to it. I had to jam to it.
I'm about to get my ass beat for the next 6 to 8 weeks. So,
Hold on, I'm watching the baddies
the
IG.
last month or so, it has been like my body work month. So I'm booking massages.
I need to
stretch
book massage.
therapy, going and starting to
Stretch
work on
therapy.
my body, just increase my mobility and my flexibility. And so the
Once I regulate my nervous system, it's over for you bitches. Hold on. Never end until the world stop turning around. Alright, or let nature choose. So what we about to do? We about to go to Twitch. Go money, get it out. Come on. I said go money, figure it out. Come on, figure it out. I said go money, figure it out. Come on. So we about to watch some streamer university shit. Let's see what they got going on there. Hold on. Alright. So we're here on some streamer university shit. Streaming you. I think this is the last day. So we're gonna go through and check their shit out. And then I think people I know are live. Shiny and Rue are live right now. So let's see. I'll put that shit over. There we go. So Shine and Rue are live. I might be able to. I'm trying to. All right. So. My fault. I spent 25 minutes just trying to get this shit set up. But let's see what Streamer University got going. Let's check in. Let's see what Sean doing. Sean and Ruby.
Yeah. Nah. I didn't know.
Currently playing
Babe.
a Rainbow Six Siege time
Can I
playing.
speak?
Yo. Okay. Got it. Chat rules. Be nice. Yo.
Cheating, don't worry. I guess I'm cheating. I literally don't even have your stream open. The only tab I open is my chat arena. I can literally show all my monitors.
Yo, what's good, Sugar? How's it going?
What's up, Bong?
Honestly,
Yo.
I was looking at stream the other day.
Where I was watching.
Wow.
Upstairs.
Who you playing?
I don't know why you're trying to get the upper hand.
Grammarly. I logged out of Grammarly. Let's see what Rue doing. Should we? I don't have Rainbow Six Siege, but
I made myself in a 1v1 and it felt so bad.
we should stream. If it was people, who play Rainbow Six, I feel like we could have just sent them
Bro,
to
I thought the Nate
kill them in
Bounce, I didn't
game.
know it would explode on impact type of deal. I thought it was like a, oh, you know, one bounce type of shit, but nah.
You about to check out what this Stream University shit though going on. Cause this is the last night. It ain't really much happening.
Nigga, take some bitch. Nigga, if you don't take this shit, I'm gonna take it back. Take some of this fuck. Take some. Fuck, bro, I'm gonna take this shit. I'm gonna take that motherfucker. How it tastes, nigga. How it tastes. How it tastes. Tastes good, huh? I know that motherfucker good. I know that motherfucker good, nigga. There we go. Chat. Now that bitch right there is going good. I'm not gonna eat all of it. I'd rather have the other pie.
I follow light skinned Monte. He funny. He got like he do the little zoinks. He be doing like the shaggy dance and shit. He always dancing. Who is this, Nina? It's been like some popping creators that did get discovered here and found here. Oh, this going home. This at the airport. Gold. Damn, they got goals. I need to set up some bits. I'm gonna set up a bit goal. Some donations. I ain't got no bread. Yeah, I'll set up for mines. I'll set up I need a sub goal and a bit goal. Cause I can't get any subs right now. I can only get bits. So I'll put like a bit goal on my shit. So I didn't even know you can like automatically do that. Have like a bit goal already going on.
GG. This nigga said Zeddy was on his flight. Why is y'all lying and talking about Zeddy here? I'm in his bus. Ride don't leave till like 5-6. Ride is in on the still sleep. She woke up and went to sleep. She clearly wants to sleep. She's probably not leaving until when Rod leaves.
Oh, cause I'm.
Yeah, y'all peep. Nah, but listen, look. How you doing? Sorry. You looking like you just going glad you hear that. Yeah, for sure.
I'm streaming in Clash of Clans.
You think his flight is 6. Rod leaves at 4. Y'all saying he leaves the campus at 4?
That entire time, I'm streaming in Clash of Clans with the Clash of Clans tag.
Yeah, Rod was in his room that he wasn't trying to be bothered.
Niggas was probably like, what the fuck? This ain't Clash of Clans.
I didn't want a ping phone. That's all they had left.
But
You got the huzz? Nigga, I got y'all here. That's all I need. Yeah.
Alright, I updated that and changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like everybody kind of. Oh, this is a watch party. Yeah, I feel like this shit low-key over with. Everybody on their way home. Um, what YouTube is this on? This actually, it's not. What's such a crowns? This what does fentanyl do to your body? Fucking thumbnail. Hold on, cause we're gonna watch it.
Fentanyl must be amazing. Loads
What
of
the
people
fuck?
give up on everything
Why
that
would
makes life
Kazurka
good
type
for it.
fucking?
Their loved ones, and it
Why would they just? Oh my god, the clickbait, the name title. Why does fentanyl feel so good? We're gonna watch that. We're gonna learn about fentanyl soon. Yeah, let's see what fentanyl got. Fucking ad. And then they took the fucking ad block that I had away. I need to get a new fucking ad block.
Fentanyl must be amazing. Loads of people give up on everything that makes life good for it.
Damn.
Their loved ones, any other possessions or pursuits, homes, their dignity, and even their lives. But actually,
I might start doing
fentanyl is
fet.
garbage heroin. Inferior
Garbage
in every
heroin?
single way but one.
Oh damn.
It's the perfect drug.
I think
for
I got
killers.
laced by fent before.
And what we hear a lot about
Off the
how
blunt.
deadly fentanyl is, many people it kills are not even fentanyl addicts. It's truly the dumbest drug to ruin your life for.
Yeah, I got laced off a
What
blunt.
fentanyl does to you,
Off a fent blunt, off a weed blunt.
it's so
I think the
much
nigga that I
better
bought it
than
from, it was pre-rolled. Some white boy in college. He had to drug me or some shit. Cause I ain't never felt that way. I thought I was about to die off that shit.
Pain may be the most visceral physical experience. A claw ripping your flesh, a bone cracking, rejection eating your soul.
Rejection eating your soul. Getting your heart broke. That's some shit to start doing fent for. I ain't even gonna fake it. I ain't even gonna fake you. These hoes in this world, getting your heart broke may be one of the worst fucking sensations ever. Because it's hard to heal. You can't heal that. You can't heal that like a wound or anything. You can't just shrug that off. It fucks with your brain, fucks with all that shit.
Scary and unbearable. It's the
But let's see what the
strongest
fent.
our bodies have to make us
Oh,
avoid
pain.
harm. Pleasure is what makes life good because it feels, well, amazing. Eating things that are sweet or high fat, having sex, or opening another booster pack with your friends.
Open the booster Pokemon. I can't even fake you. I need some baddies. That's why I'm so stressed. I need to get my rocks off, have some sex or some shit like that. Because it's healthy. It's a part of life. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing that it's just taboo the way we talk about it. But opening up these booster packs and cards.
Anything that makes you feel pleasure
That's
makes you
dope.
want to do it again.
Yep.
These two opposing forces guide you through life. Pain shouts, stop, this is bad. Pleasure cheers, more, do that again. But while they are opposites...
But then some people, like when you feel pain, you low-key be like, yeah, do that again type shit. Some people, like the pseudomasochist people, or some people who like pain and shit, they be
are
wildin'.
also linked. Sometimes our body needs to end pain and create pleasure at the same time. After giving birth,
End
pain gets
pain.
toned down and the mother is showered in happy hormones so she can bond with the newborn child. During an intense
Okay.
hunt, the hunter forgets the physical exhaustion and minor injuries. Both are technically not
I
great
felt that.
experiences, but need to be repeated for a
Like if you lock in and stuff like that, if you're like fighting, if you're running, if you're doing like high intense exercise or just like high intense activities and shit like that constantly, you don't feel any pain until you look down and you stop. And you're like, what the fuck do all these scars and cuts and bruises fucking come from? Did not just have this shit at all. And then it starts hurt. You don't feel it at all while you're going and while you're active and shit like that. And then a cheat code is to like, if you're feeling that pain again, get up and get back active and it goes away and stuff like that. Or put pain into another area. And that kind of distracts the body from it.
for our survival, and nature invented a powerful mechanism to achieve this, the mighty opioid receptor. It's like a keyhole on the
I'ma
neurons
update the
that
name.
control pain and pleasure. If activated, it reduces pain and how much you care about pain, and it creates pleasure and good feelings. The details are complex and not relevant for this story.
What you need to know is that any molecule that can fit into an opioid receptor like a key is called an opioid.
Opioid. Okay.
Opioids
Oh,
are
so that's why they're called
extremely
opioid. It's an
powerful, so
opioid
when you use
receptor.
natural
It's not
opioids like in-
because it's an opioid. That's what it's named
An
after.
opioid receptor.
Or anything that.
Story. What you need to know is that any molecule that can fit into an opioid receptor like a key is called an opioid. Opioids are extremely powerful, so when your body uses natural opioids like endorphins when you laugh,
Okay.
it releases only a tiny amount exactly where they're needed. So the effects are mild and localized. Your sprained ankle feels better, a painful memory subsides, you get a boost of happiness meeting an old friend. And now we're getting to drugs. Humans found opioids in nature like morphine and were quite taken by them. They got refined into a whole family of drugs used in hospitals and to relieve patients that are in immense pain. Codeine, OxyContin, Vicodin, and of course, heroin, and the worst of all, fentanyl.
Yeah.
Before we can explain why fentanyl
That
is
shit.
the most garbage drug, we need to do
I
something
feel like I got
fun.
laced by that shit.
Let's inject some heroin together.
What the
Ready?
fuck?
The supernova of pleasure.
Alright, we doing heroin.
Heroin rushes through your
Fuck it.
entire body and flips every opioid receptor it finds. A rapid cascade of things happens everywhere all at once. A symphony of intense sensations. Every cell regulating pleasure is now high. Without their control, floodgates of happy hormones open and fill you up top to bottom with pure bliss. A cup of coffee, a nectar of joy. This song you like, a celestial symphony.
I might have to do some fent. Damn, and listen to some music.
Center of the universe.
Shit look like
Wherever you
shrooms.
felt pain before, from wounds or aching joints or menstrual cramps or loneliness or self-loathing, it's gone now. You are simply unable to feel your pain or care about it.
Fent do all of that to a nigga. Damn, I might have to start doing fentanyl. I might have to start doing fent. But if we can weaponize that shit, if we can like send our soldiers to war off of fentanyl and not have no like bad drawbacks, we're good. We're good. We're winning every war.
Anymore.
Look at this brain.
Under lights in a cozy room, your brain's alert system is put to sleep, and you feel at ease, warm, and serene.
I can't fake to you. I feel at times like the brain needs to be put down and put to sleep for real, for real. Like a lot of times, like my brain, it be too active, it be too going, and I feel like that's what caused a lot of problems with it kind of running on high energy and shit like that, where I need to be sedated. I feel like some people need like a drug. That's why I smoke so much weed, because I feel like my brain needs to be slowed down. Like I feel like I'm processing shit too fast. Like I got ADHD or something, but like not even on like acting out or shit like that. Just like my thoughts and stuff just kind of like, yeah, because I don't have the behavioral shit like that. I have the thinking pattern and stuff.
Any stress melts away and dissolves into a dreamlike haze. You're no longer worried or tense about anything. This peace even spreads to your essential organs, slowing your breath, soothing and slowing your intestines.
Saying I did fentanyl, I might start every self-allegation against myself. Just before anybody else do it, and just for the trends and shit like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. If somebody can clip it, I'm about to start every allegation against myself right now. I do fent. I'm a pedo. I'm a rapist. I am a criminal. I'm a murderer. I rob people. I do drugs. I do crack. I do cocaine. I'm gay. I'm bisexual. I'm trans. I'm everything in the book that generates conversation just for like no apparent reason for people talking about it. Roosters trending and stuff. So I'm the villain.
Your chest
I'm the
rises
villain.
and falls like the gentle waves of a quiet shore. You're sailing a sea
If I get some of this fent, I'm really gonna be the villain.
perfect and eternal. The full load of a strong opioid like heroin for the very first time is one of the most amazing feelings humans can experience. For a few hours, you're in heaven.
Yeah, what if I do it
This
once?
is exactly the problem. Your brain is not equipped to handle anything like it. You feel too good. But nothing lasts forever, and now you're in trouble. You just experienced the best feeling you ever felt. Your brain's rewards
They need to make a drug
and can't comprehend
that you naturally
how.
come down.
If what you did felt this good,
So you'll get
it
those
has to be
withdrawals.
amazing for your survival, and you should do it again. Except you can never ever feel this good again. This will be your peak life moment forever.
Damn, fentanyl like that. You do it once and that's the best thing you ever did in your life?
And now you're back in the regular world.
What if a...
With your insecurities, where your knee hurts, regular tasting
I don't
coffee,
think...
and having to work hard.
I ain't never seen a nigga on fent that I felt like
Is the thief of joy,
that.
And now you have your life to compare to a supernova of bliss.
What if you do fent and you got a good life?
Comes with a damage to your sense of life and self that may be irreparable. And this is not even the worst. Opioids are incredibly addictive, and the addiction among the worst you can have. The supernova of pain.
Hey, I'm getting PLL and this
Damn.
is my eye roll.
Can't do no opioid.
Cannabis has been
Good like
vilified
weed.
to a ridiculous degree for the last
Facts.
century, but it's now
Facts.
finally being decriminalized in more and more places.
That is something I get into.
It's just recently been legalized in Germany, and for very good reasons. Compared to legal drugs
I'm a
like
whole
alcohol,
pothead.
which will cause 1 in 20 deaths.
And that's why I'm pious. Look how
Pretty mild. So
weed don't do shit
prosecution and
compared to alcohol. Weed may be the safest drug. Actually, I said it. Weed is the safest drug. It is. It's even safer than coffee. I think coffee can fuck you up bad.
you must have got the impression that weed has almost only upsides and few, if
It does have negative sides. If you smoke too much weed while you're stressed, you can get weed-induced psychosis.
worse is that criminalization made it very hard for scientists to study cannabis, especially its long-term effects. They faced bureaucratic and legal hurdles, and studies often had to rely on small sample sizes. In the last few years, this finally started to change, so it's time to bring new evidence to the discussion. And, well, it's not pretty. While weed is still much less harmful than alcohol, it does have a dark side. It is more addictive than we thought, and can have significant negative effects if you
I mean, I haven't smoked since yesterday.
seems
I
that
don't have anything left. I was gonna buy.
tell us how dumb we are.
See?
Please watch the video. To be crystal
They got me.
we think
They got me.
prohibition doesn't work and cannabis should be legal. But this
Prohibition does not fucking work at all. Did we not learn from the alcohol prohibition? Nigga, they made alcohol illegal and niggas started drinking more. They just started doing it under the table. It made the ability to drink alcohol so much cooler, so much more oil farming. You couldn't go get it from the store. You had to go to a sneak easy. You had to go to a bar. You had to go to hitting bars. You had to go to clubs and do secret knocks and shit like that to get a drink and shit like that. That low key make that people want to do that shit more. That's make people want to do it. I can't even fake to you. Now that weed is legal here in Ohio, I miss kind of going to the weed man and stuff like that. I miss having to hunt down a weed man. Now I just go to a fucking Starbucks looking fucking place and you just go in there and you just buy it. It's so normalized and stuff now. All the illegal criminal shit has been taken out of it.
also means that we need to treat it as what it is, a drug, with unique upsides and downsides. So let's take an honest look at some of the latest research together. Weed is getting stronger and stronger. Cannabis's magic juice is tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. It docks on your cannabinoid receptors, which affects various brain functions. THC
Cannabinoid
activates some
receptors?
regions
What's
and
that? I thought it.
calms down others, creating a fun
See, my thing is what I learned. I thought I didn't know we had cannabinoid receptors.
tetrahydrocannabinol.
I thought the shape of it, it's a similar shape to your dopamine receptors. What is it? Dopamine and your happiness chemicals. It's dopamine and another one, and they're similar. They're close enough in shapes that it activates those. But I don't know what a cannabinoid receptor does.
Cannabinoid receptors, which affects various brain functions.
Okay.
THC activates some regions and calms down others, creating a fun cocktail of sensations. The more THC, the more intense the high. And people seem to be.
I need to. What is your cannabinoid receptors are responsible for though? Hold
in
on.
the US, Canada,
Let me search that up. What are your cannabinoids receptor for? Cannabinoid receptors, primarily CB1 and CB2, are responsible for a wide range of physiological functions, psychological. Is that psychological or physiological? That's psychological. I cannot read today. I can't read at all. Of psychological functions by interacting with endogenous cannabinoids and exogenous cannabinoids, like those found in cannabis. These receptors are part of a cannabinoid system, which plays a crucial role in regulating various processes. Here's a detailed look at the cannabinoid receptors. So the CB1, your nervous system, located in the central and peripheral nervous system. Okay, so memory, appetite, motor control, pain, perception, regulation, inflammation, regulation of sleep, metabolism, and energy balance, food intake. Oh yeah, that's why it makes you hungry. Oh yeah, that's why weed makes you hungry, because your cannabinoids receptors are responsible for your food intake and energy and metabolism. And then that's why it calms you down so much. It just hits your nervous system, your motor controls, your mood regulation. It just calms all that shit down. Reproductive processes are also involved. So having sex, that weed affects having sex. I wonder how that affects it though. Does it affect your sperm and eggs getting hard, keep staying hard, or what? I mean, like, I'll be on it when I'm high, but yeah, maybe that's what it does. Just makes you horny. Activation of semen can lead to inhibitions of I don't know what that is. Immune system. CB2 receptors, primarily expressed on immune cells. CB2 receptors are involved in modulating immune responses, including inflammation, pain, and immune systems. Okay, so now we understand how weed works and what it affects in the body. For therapeutic purposes. Maintain homeostasis. Neural behavior, energy behavior, cellular process.
And in Europe, the concentration of THC in legal and illegal cannabis products has more than doubled in the last few decades. While ever more potent strains are bred, products like concentrates with more than 60% THC have become increasingly common, while the share of products with less than 15% THC has declined. Unfortunately, just about every problem weed creates gets worse at higher THC doses.
Except for getting high.
More and more people use weed.
You can get high.
In the US, more people consumed cannabis daily than alcohol for the first time in 2022.
See, I feel like that's a good statistic right there. I'd rather have psychosis-induced potheads running around than alcoholic motor vehicles driving and barreling down the street. When people, I feel like the drunkenness is already worse than the psychosis. You can get help for psychosis and shit like that. You can stop, you can get cared, but people just getting drunk and just doing that on the daily. Nah.
For the first time in 2022. In Canada, 26% of people sick.
Yeah, but it is getting stronger and stuff like that. You gotta work your way up. In the area, everybody, first time smokers and shit like that, and people who don't even smoke, they be wanting the top shelf highest za, and then they be greening out and getting paranoid and wonder why.
High doses or stronger weed, often both. Studies found a variety of negative effects. Heavy users can experience bad moods,
Or withdrawal effects.
restless, paranoid, anxious, and even depressive. In a sad twist of
Yeah, once you come up off of it. And that's what anything you add into your body.
negative impacts on your life. So if this is you, toning it down.
See, I ain't shaking.
Difference.
I ain't doing any of that.
10 users develops a serious addiction. They usually consume daily, and their life is significantly impaired or held back because they spend a lot of their time either using or recovering from cannabis use. Since their brain is building a tolerance, they need increasingly to build up potentially negative side effects. Teens who use a lot are much more likely to become addicted
The way it
to weed
damaged your brain.
to its structure. If it does, this may go away again if you quit after a few years, or not. We don't know yet. And because why not? Next, what kind of business or project do you have?
Let's see what's the best moments. I'm still so pissed that I didn't get in too. I'm angry about that. I'm pissed. I feel like I should have got in. She just running around.
Okay.
Duke Dennis. I wonder how it was when Duke Dennis was popping up on everybody. I'm into the Duke Dennis lore, but I think the funniest and greatest thing about Duke Dennis is his fucking laugh. That I feel like that laugh is just hilarious. I know I know a couple niggas that laugh like that. And then it was the baddies there. Like, fuck. The fucking baddies were there. Let me start on the baddies. That's some bullshit. Could have had a baddie. Cause it was a couple baddies. Oh, Rakai came out as bisexual? Yeah. GG's on him. Hopefully that makes it like a way for the LGBT community and stuff. A young black male coming out just so casual like that. Yeah, I think that's a big moment right there. If he's not trolling just to like come out like that in front of his friends on a big platform like that, that's a W. It's a W for allies and people who are wanting to make the world a more equal and better place. Damn, hold on.
Okay, so
Who the fuck is that? Yeah.
Stand down. Chief.
Today, I will be teaching defense against the hating arts.
Defense against the hating arts.
basically,
I need that. I
why
need
do
the.
people hate?
Honest, nobody there.
I think it's projection.
They're all
A lot of
haters.
people project their hate onto you because
This is how I feel like when I'm streaming. This is how I'm just be talking to nobody. This is how I feel to stream. When you don't have an audience yet,
and now they feel, upset about it.
you're just
Blah, blah, blah.
yapping to nothingness. What the fuck is he doing? Wait, no, that was funny. So why he didn't fake walk him down though? And then the nigga gonna stand up. And then his cameraman, they gonna stand up. He eating those shots. And then just walk away.
Listen, it's not fair, bro. I'm telling I'm supposed to stay nation. It's my first time coming out. You my man.
Oh, that's Stickney? Baddie.
No, worse than Sage. I was in my room the whole time. I just fixed my room up. No, I just seen chat. I just asked my chat. I was just.
And then it was at the University of Akron. That's close by. I could have made it there. I could have been there. It's trash. Yeah, what do I gotta do to get up? Do I gotta continue slandering my own name to get to the streamer university? Do I gotta defeat every fucking allegation? Do I gotta put every allegation on my name? A lot of creators got every fucking allegation in the fucking book and niggas still rock with them. Do I gotta slander my name? Do I gotta destroy my PR to make good PR? Do I gotta go negative aura to get positive aura? Is that the method? Is it negative aura, negative PR to get the positive? We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. Trial and error. Trial and error. I playing dodgeball. See, like this shit would have been fun. I made great content.
I'm telling you.
And then connections and shit like that. Where I got some connects, I got some collabs, I got some connects, I got some dope homies and shit like that. But I'm more or less they the homies, they the friends. I ain't really trying to collab and connect to use niggas for anything in they clout. So I'm trying to grind and get it on my own. But it's nice just having homies and friends who do the same thing and similar things who can show me the method and show me the way and shit like that. Show me so I don't step into the pit holes and the traps and shit like that.
Because I wanted to make you proud and you've done such a great thing here. I thought it was Rose. We are Rose. We are Rose. I see you tomorrow. What do you mean? I see you in my office. What? In my office. In my office. No, you cannot.
You could watch him. This could have been.
See, I'm trying to be a stud. This is about the CEO.
He said, "I'm trying to be a stud."
But you got your hair color the same thing, just like you. Nah, he got his hair color like me. We gonna talk about me. We gonna talk about this. You talk back. You just talk back all day. You don't like shit like that. You just talk back. We gonna see. We gonna see what's that cut out.
Okay, this is. Alright, listen.
He falling and shit. I would have told him he got to go home. You can't be doing shit.
I get it. That's what got you in the streets right there. You practice safe sex or what? Probably not. Yeah, I figured.
That nigga said, nah, I don't practice safe sex. I don't practice safe sex. Remember, kids, always practice safe sex. Always strap up, always pull out, plan B's, birth control, all that. No babies, no whammy. Fuck them kids. Always. Don't fuck them kids, but fuck them kids.
Okay, you just nasty as a motherfucker. Yeah, hey, back him up, don't. Yeah. That need an antibiotic. That's what he need an antibiotic. Get him. Yeah, let's get. Okay, see.
And he started throwing ass. Is that a defense move? When you're all out of it, when every nigga is all out of every move, you gotta throw ass. That's kind of like the last thing, the last bottom of the barrel. You gotta throw that shit back. Every nigga does it. Every nigga has to throw an ass before. Not me though. Maybe me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he don't talk. He just dance.
Well, y'all just don't. It just don't seem like y'all should be around each other.
Shit, I be like,
Riding through my city light now. Everything's shining. You can
What
see
the
it with your
fuck?
eyes closed. You ain't gotta ask how I've been and how I'm doing. Still excelling. You can see that I'm pursuing. Today, life, shooting off.
You got a beautiful voice, man. You done popped yet?
nah, man, I just been out
It
here.
might
just
be your
walking around
time, man. That
selling
age.
my own music and stuff.
What's that word you said? Shoot it.
Yeah, that's that
I'm
shit.
Shooting off.
Okay, where did that derive from?
Man, I've been down, man. I've been homeless. I've been shot at a few times. I've been up and down these blocks. Cause like I said, like at first I was in the streets around the wrong people, like just doing the wrong
Well, it
thing.
still look like you around the wrong people, but
Yeah, but I'm just
that don't mean that you can't clean it up.
Why he look over there? He might be right though. He might, yeah. He go. That's why he the silent. He the silent crash out. Juicy got enough time to keep playing with that nigga top. You know, fuck him up.
What year did it come out?
Like 2013, 2012.
Nigga, that song came out in 2013. Okay, hold on. Let's go back, Shooty.
It was just improper management with the music.
Oh, it's always good management.
Yeah,
Everybody
so,
says the
you
same
know,
shit.
it was me and management. It wasn't just me, you know.
We ain't never did a 12-year-old song.
Right.
But hey, we can turn that motherfucker back up. Shoot it! I don't do that.
That nigga said shoot it. Oh yeah, that quiet nigga, that's a shooter.
Oh, bro.
Why he in that nigga ear? He trying to separate him from his mans. And his mans ain't even say shit. That's the crazy part about it.
I know what you keep talking about.
No, not at all. I'm telling him about the deal and what he signed. No, I'm telling him.
Right.
All right, bet.
He talking about getting rid of this nigga.
My boy, yeah, let's get him out.
Drewkey low-key,
Thank y'all, man. We'll
he
talk
on some
about it.
op
Yes,
shit
sir.
though. He trying to
Hey, shoot,
separate him
yeah.
from his homie.
Hey, shoot,
That's like
appreciate
he
that,
op
man.
shit.
Shoot it! Undo that! Riding around the city in the mustang.
On OBS, the shit, the time say
Man, it
19
just
for
sound
some
like
reason.
something from like Madden's playlist.
Hour and 9 minutes.
Could you
Ooh,
imagine Shooty on duty with D'Angelo Ball?
that nigga said that sound.
Yeah.
Oh, my village is being raided. Hold on.
Yep.
Stop the.
Oh boy.
Hold on, I just got the notification.
If they could go.
Hold the fuck on, boys. This is we putting out an APB. Damn. Hold on. Damn, these niggas got my base. Hold on. Let me. Damn, and I got the green screen on, so you can't even see the grass. But look at my base though. Hold on. My shit turned all the way down or some shit. Alright, let's watch the battle. Damn, they 100%ed me too. Fuck. I ain't got no air defense. They took out my goddamn archer. I'm still building my shit. I ain't got nothing to defend against the balloons. I need to move my archer towers closer inside. I had just started again. Let me watch this shit myself so I can see what the hell going on. Yeah, these niggas got me from my fucking game, bro. Hold on. Yeah, nigga went right towards my air defense and then went to my towers. Cause I ain't got nothing to close my walls off fully. I'm gonna get it back in blood. Hold on. Let's check and see how his base look, y'all. Hold up. Let's see what this nigga base look like. That nigga got the diamond walls, the gold walls. Like, bro. That's unfair.
Go back in time. Damn.
They had the game on lock, niggas thinking I'm cheating, I'm glad that I'm making them mad. She see him up and I'll show you I trying to be like the opposite. No way, yo, I spin it back. You got the heart for holders, to be honest, I might fuck around. Just, God damn it. Oh shit! You know what?
Alright, have you been to the army? You been in any military? Why the f you wearing camel? Get him out of here.
Video, okay. He said it.
Stupid nigga, man. The disrespect to our nation and the troops. So disrespectful to our troops, man. The stolen valor.
Stolen valor.
That's what it is, man. You shouldn't be wearing that. Stole him out.
You a bitch for not letting me go on asking about the army pains, but it's all good.
Damn. What's up, dummy? What's going on? Damn, what's going on with y'all, fella? I know who this dummy is, man. Ain't you the famous quarterback, man?
That's 4. That's 4. That ain't 4. That's 4. 3. That's 4-1.
No, that is. Come on, man. That's him. Kennedy, we're marvelous. Stop it.
I need to find a social media platform that I'm gonna stay on, or like to advertise on. Right now I'm on Instagram, but you can't really advertise on Instagram. You can post content and stuff. But I think I might move over to X for like advertisement and stuff. Those are my main 2 social medias, X and Instagram. But I'm not even really I just post on social media. I'm not even really like a real social media influencer for real. I just kind of do this shit like aside with the film stuff.
Do you want to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, them niggas going crazy. San Francisco. He was at the Playhouse Square for the Dear Kelly movie.
Out on camera, a carjacking in San Francisco in broad daylight. Why is that Prius speeding away backwards? A group doing interviews for a web show saw a food delivery driver pull up to a restaurant to pick up a pizza. The driver left his car running. Someone hopped in and sped off backwards.
And just like that, within 90 seconds of being in San Francisco, I witnessed open-air fentanyl use, a carjacking, and ended up on the nightly news.
Hello, my name is Andrew.
Damn.
I'm about to watch the documentary, San Francisco Street. Our most in-depth project yet, which explores a variety of issues such as homelessness, shoplifting, gentrification, harm reduction, city history, zoning laws, fentanyl, and so forth. We'll maybe talking to the cops. Very good.
But I might just switch over from Instagram. I also post on Instagram. I'm dropping my verification badge. But I might switch over from Instagram to X and then start making more original posts.
Thankfully, the delivery driver's Prius was found a few blocks away 30 minutes later.
Minutes later, officers arrested 52-year-old Kira Holcott.
But by then, cell phone footage of the incident had gone viral. Racking up millions of views and tens of thousands of comments. It would be a Prius. San Francisco.
I just don't have any wild like Twitter thoughts anymore. The reason why I even like had a Twitter was like to post like my wild, crazy, like invasive thoughts. And now that I posted them all, everyone kind of already does that on Twitter. It's just normal. Yeah, it makes my fucking crazy thoughts seem fucking normal. You go on Twitter too long, you become fucking normal. You realize how normal you are.
The man who posted this video, Richie Wynn, is a San Francisco native.
I need to post more.
The man who recorded the video was named Richie Wynn, a former cocaine dealer who got caught with a couple 8-balls during COVID and came out of jail sober. Nowadays, he works at a nightclub and films something called the Ciroc Challenge.
But then reposting is so much fun. I'm like, look at this. This is what I like. This is stuff going on.
What's your solution to all this?
Not to discuss bottle service, but rather to discuss his other videos, which basically consist of him confronting homeless people on the sidewalk.
Fuck, man. What you guys doing out here? You shooting up right here, bro? Is that some crack, mama? You want to do that in front of the kids, man?
Yeah,
Clean
we're gonna
bro.
do
That shit's ugly, bro.
an hour and a half stream.
Basically, I'm kind of like a video vigilante, if you will. I'm kind of taking it into my own hands to film some of the things.
And then do another one later today.
Plaguing the city.
Because I did not get to the stuff that I wanted to get to.
Kids and stuff like that, you out here rolling up heroin or fentanyl, you can't be doing that right here. Have a little fucking respect, man, for people that pay rent. I don't think the children should have to see it because it's grotesque. A lot of it is, you know.
Let's see what they got.
Another big story we're following. Luigi Mangione appeared in court in Lower Manhattan a short time ago. He pleaded not guilty to federal charges in the fatal shooting of United Care CEO, healthcare CEO
I don't think he did it.
Thompson in Manhattan.
I think
was arraigned on charges that could have
they trying to use him
on death row.
as a
Outside the court, a show of support for the suspected killer. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einker live in Lower Manhattan. Josh.
It is free Luigi though.
Every time Luigi Mangione appears in court, he attracts a group of supporters, not just outside on the street in front of 40 Center, but also inside the courtroom. Quite a number of spectators sat and watched as he pleaded not guilty in this capital case. His feet shackled, his V-neck sweater traded for a standard issue beige jail uniform, Luigi Mangione chatted with his
You
attorney
can say this V-neck sweater.
as he waited for the judge to take the bench, when, in a clear voice, he said not guilty to the 4-count federal indictment against him. The government announcing its intent to seek the death penalty in the sensational case, saying in a court filing Mangione's crime was to amplify an ideological message, maximize the visibility and impact of the victim's murder, and provoke broad-based resistance to the victim's industry. The victim's murder and provoke broad-based resistance.
That's what they're trying to stop. That's why if this is the setup, this to amplify an ideological message, maximize the visibility and impact of the victim's murder. I feel like they were trying to stop that for somebody like having the riots and the people already kind of like being riled up and shit like that and being like, that's a no, this is what happened if you kind of do that. But then everybody fucking wants to do that. Everybody wants to crash out and kill a CEO or the people, the billionaires that are making this world shit.
To the victim's industry.
I was a capital
I'm all
prosecutor.
game for
I
it.
tried death penalty cases throughout my career. If there was ever a death case, this is one.
Back in December.
That's Aura though. He's an Aura farmer. He might be the littest Aura farmer of this generation.
As he walked in the early morning
Like his Aura points, I don't think that's him.
at the Midtown Manhattan Hilton.
That don't look like that ain't enough information.
They say they found writings critical of the healthcare industry. His case attracting legions of like-minded fans, some of whom showed up at court today. And Mangione's defense team revealed in court today that an employee of the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he's been being held, somehow inadvertently eavesdropped on a conversation Mangione had had with his defense team. Prosecutors said this was news to them, and the judge gave them 7 days to write a letter detailing how it happened and how they'll prevent it from happening again. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Josh Einiger, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
How it happened and preventing it from happening again. They're trying to get them to snitch on themselves.
Hello, I just wanted to give you all an actual.
I would say it won't. I didn't do it, but
in the midst of this flood of nonsense that's spreading around about it, those AI videos making garbage claims like a new key witness was called to the stand. It's David Copperfield, who dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all. This nonsense is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update on something very important that just happened in the trial in regards to Kid Cudi's testimony. Now, so far, there have been quite a few very powerful testimonies that are strengthening the case against him, I would say. And Kid Cudi's is the most recent, and also the one that's had a lot of buzz.
they said he tried to get Kid Cudi killed. Got his dog sick or some
Now,
shit.
for those that aren't familiar with the
Crashed
lore
his
here,
car.
The reason Kid Cudi would be called here is because he and Cassie
That's
had
fucking wild.
a relationship. And according to Cassie in her civil suits, when Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took
Diddy
action
needs to be
against
stopped.
Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and tons of claims that have multiple supporting witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation, finding out that he had a relationship with Cassie. So Kid Cudi went up there and started to corroborate pretty much everything. So one thing that he recalls is that he had received a phone call from Sean Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark. Now Sean Combs, that's the real name of P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puffy Flavor Camp Headmaster, aka Bubba Baby Oil Big Boy.
Oh.
And this phone call we received from Capricorn
Bubba
Clark
Baby
was
Big Boy.
letting him know P. Diddy was inside of his house, and then Kid Cudi started driving home, called P. Diddy. They said that he sounded calm and responded that he was waiting for him to arrive so they could speak. Kid Cudi also said that Clark sounded very scared. It sounded like she was on the verge of tears. Kid Cudi said ultimately no one was inside, but his dog was locked in a bathroom, whereas he normally lets his dog roam around the house freely. And some of the gifts he received from Chanel had also been opened. That's why you're seeing headlines like this pop up, by the way, about P. Diddy breaking into his home and unwrapping his fucking Christmas presents. It's referring to those Chanel gifts. Anyway, apparently after unboxing those gifts, the Grinch was no longer there, but Kid Cudi told the court that he had planned on confronting and fighting P. Diddy for this, but eventually decided against it because he didn't know like how serious it would be, didn't know who P. Diddy was with, so he ultimately called the police.
That's fucking crazy because you can't even do shit to P. Diddy. But at the time, because of like how powerful. You know. Yeah, he probably was fucking that dog and tried to stick something on that dog ass. P. Diddy fucking weird ass.
Kind of contentious here for the defense attorneys, saying that they didn't want Kid Cudi to testify about his dog being traumatized by the experience because he did not want dog lovers on the jury to be swayed. So the judge said Kid Cudi could only talk about the immediate impact on his dog and not any long-term consequences. Now, the big thing, the major thing that a lot of people remember is the claim that P. Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car. So on that, Kid Cudi does say that he believes P. Diddy was behind
Has got a call from his dog sitter saying that his car was on fire.
January 2012. He said he got a call from his dog sitter that his car was on fire, and at the time he had returned, by the time he had returned
P. Diddy
home, law
fucking
enforcement
crazy.
officers were already on the scene and saw a Molotov cocktail and major damage to the vehicle, and then provided a lot of photos of the damage. He also mentioned that after the car incident, the two met at a hotel in 2012 and said that Sean Combs was standing there staring out the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain. And then they discussed the relationship he had with Cassie. We discussed pretty much the whole story about how he...
Ever since November of 2023,
Every Diddy allegation.
filed a lawsuit against rapper, businessman, and multi-millionaire P. Diddy. A multitude of allegations have come out against him. In the past couple of months, Diddy has been arrested, multiple more lawsuits have come out, and he also has multiple charges against him. And with everything that's come out against Diddy recently, it can get confusing when it comes to the details, making it hard to separate facts from fiction. So today I'm going to break down every single formal allegation that P. Diddy is facing, but first we gotta understand a little bit more about Puff. Also, I just want to put a little disclaimer right here that obviously I'm going to be talking about some really dark and disgusting and sensitive topics, as I'm sure most of you are probably already aware, but I just wanted to warn you guys.
Oh, they took the fentanyl out of my body. They took the fentanyl out. Alright, so I'm gonna keep Diddy in there.
Is or know of Diddy, but we gotta have a better understanding of who he is to truly understand these allegations. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or Sean Combs, began his career in the 90s working at Uptown Records. A few years into his career, he was fired, so he then created his...
I'm trying to see what the fuck Diddy is doing, right?
B.I.G., who was obviously a huge signee and made Puff very successful. He signed other artists like Faith Evans and had an in-house...
So I'm gonna stream for like an hour and a half, maybe 2, and then I'm gonna stream later today. Just to like break it down. I might do a game stream.
Very successful, but then he decided to work on his own music. His first single charted for 28 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, and his first album sold 561,000 copies first week. So Diddy was already wildly successful early on in his career in the music industry. Not only was he a successful artist, but he was also a powerful executive with tons of connections. He also had other business ventures, with one of his most successful ones being his partnership with Ciroc, in which he helped them develop their brand in exchange for
Yeah, I'm locking in on media
profits.
and the content and everything.
That's pretty much
Instead of being a critique and a critic, I'll be a creator.
And successful man in the music industry and Hollywood in general. He's won a Guinness World Record for most successful rap producer in 1997. He's won 3 Grammys, and he's also credited for cultivating artists like Biggie, Mary J. Blige, and Usher. I kept it brief for simplicity's sake, obviously, but I really wanted to emphasize his power, his influence, and his wealth. Also, I said earlier he was
Cassie.
controlling of her, as obviously he was in control of her career. Being alleged, I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth.
Slavery, kidnapping,
Damn.
arson, bribery, and the
Sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. By the way, indictment is basically just fancy talk for serious charges. The U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said
Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry
Forced labor. Then they got slaves.
bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
So like
Slavery.
the US attorney
This
implied,
nigga,
there are three main
this nigga Diddy crazy.
basic racketeering conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. His first charge is racketeering, which is defined as a set of illegal activities aimed at commercial profit that may be disguised as legitimate business deals. In the indictment, they say that Diddy abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill. Diddy had
Yeah, we need to do something
My work
about
is easy
Diddy.
because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done, and I
Following the multitude of allegations, donating, I recommend Googling a charity near you that does something similar, or if you
50 Cent.
things that Diddy has been accused of recently.
Aubrey
who knows what
O'Day,
they're up to. By the way,
Kanye.
I'm not trying to accuse Rick Ross of anything, but
Rick Ross.
Reddit post compilation of statements in this book where they compiled everything she said about different rappers' dick sizes. So
What the
that's
fuck?
pretty funny.
And what's interesting is that a rep from Diddy's team actually
Is that
tried to
Super
get her
Bass,
to
Superhead,
stop
what's her name?
the book right after it came out. Now I didn't want to go buy the book and read the entire to a gay club, and said that exhibit should be careful. Book, Kareem had hooked up with Diddy before, and then was hanging out with him in the rapper exhibit. Apparently, she said Diddy took her and exhibit to a gay club, and said that exhibit should be careful with her because she was the type of woman who would have you on tape with fingers in your booty. So it sounded
What the
like Diddy
fuck?
thought she was the type to rat on his behaviors. She eventually then attended a Diddy party months later with Exhibit. She said Diddy was shocked to see her there, and it seemed like he was worried Kareem was going to expose him for what was going on at his parties. That's not what she said verbatim, but that's kind of what I extrapolated from the book. Now there's a bunch more in this book as well. She even went on to mention 2 label execs she caught having sex. She then went on the Wendy Williams show to discuss the book, where Wendy asked about the label execs.
You walked in on record executives having gay sex, or one executive having gay sex with a man. You don't mention that person's name. Can we talk about what record label?
No, that'll give it away. That'll give it away. But
What letter does it start with?
not even. That'll give it away.
Let's continue with the problems. There was a party in Miami, and you showed up with Exhibit, and it was Puffy was at the party, or it was his party.
Kareen has filled in the blanks in regards to her time around him. She said in an interview that his parties were like The Great Gatsby, men in tuxedos, topless women in angel wings, champagne and synchronized swimmers on the outside, with group sex in the bathrooms and pills being passed around on the inside. I also
That sound lit. If it ain't all the rape and all that weird shit, a Great Gatsby party? Titties everywhere? Angel wings on the bitches? Champagne? Synchronized swimmers? I might need to go to a Diddy party or two if they got shit like this here. I don't want any of the pills and I don't want any of the bad shit, but topless women in angel wings and I be in that bitch in a tuxedo, champagne and synchronized swimmers, and then doing group sex in the bathroom? I'm willing to have group sex in the bathroom with a bunch of baddies if I'm the only man. Have them run the train on me. Menage a trois. Only me and a bunch of baddies. A tray of hors d'oeuvres
group sex in the bathroom,
and drugs.
pills
Dude.
being passed
I mean, if they had a
around
tray
on the inside.
full of
I also think
weed,
it's
like,
important to note that Kareen did say she wasn't one of his victims, but she did see some things. There probably is a ton more info to speculate on inside of this book, but like I said, I didn't read it. So if you're interested in the tales of a video vixen from the early 2000s, feel free to check it out. And another person who I mentioned earlier, who has talked about Diddy a lot throughout their career, is Wendy Williams. After Cassie and Diddy had a split in 2015, which I covered in my previous video, Wendy Williams went on her show and talked about it, saying some interesting things about
fucking
the
crazy.
situation. She was covering Diddy cheating on Cassie, Cassie going to South Africa to avoid Diddy
Damn.
to shoot a movie. But Wendy actually spoke on Diddy being able to pop up on Cassie whenever he wants to, which in retrospect is
Imagine
kinda
somebody-
scary to think about.
imagine
And I
somebody
can't show
flying
the
to
clip
South
because of
Africa to
copyright.
avoid you.
Basically what Wendy was saying was that after Cassie went to South Africa, that it was sketchy for her because Diddy was so rich he could literally just buy a plane, fly over to South Africa, pay off the person at the front desk, and pop up on her whenever he wanted. She then talked about Diddy being spotted with his ex coming out of a sex store, and the way that Diddy was with women
That
in general.
nigga's crazy.
And one more thing, they said to me, when Wendy, do you
I'm
ever
checking
think
my
Puffy
class.
will settle down? And I said, yeah, like most men who think they're playboys when they're young, somewhere around 68 to 78 years old. When he needs help with his applesauce, yeah, he'll pick one and settle down, and that'll be that. But right now, no, I don't think he will. And I think that he's like leading this playboy lifestyle where he's got these women in his life. Like Cassie will be back.
She was right, as Cassie did eventually go back, but after what we've learned, she may not have had much of a choice. I mean, the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie happened only a
That's
year
fucking
after
crazy.
Then a couple of years later, she interviewed Diddy on her show, and this clip has had people
That
feeling
nigga need to be
strange,
put.
especially after the recent news.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Damn, she's scared.
You represent a lot.
People said things like, that was a threat, he's saying play nice, and the way that she hesitated, you know that she knew about him. In the 2019 episode, Wendy detailed an incident where a girl group that was signed to Diddy jumped her and hinted that Diddy may have a hand in it. And she
What?
had a whole list of other things involving Diddy, like he allegedly got her fired from her, I think it was Hot 97 back in the day. But these are the main...
I got fired from my job because of a snitching ass coworker. Because I was on my phone handling some family business. And bitches, I told him I'm on my phone handling business and self-snitched. We about to do the outro. What anime music? We about to do this soon. We're gonna do a mix.
56, I am in my drop dead years. Driving that is a uniquely male experience. When was the last time a woman grabbed her shit, face down into some tapas? Oh my god, Kathy!
Alright, y'all. Time for our farewell stream. Do not farewell, but time for our outro. And we're gonna do it to the Gojo Satoru motherfucking song. I need it for. Alright. I alone am the honored one. Maybe if you would have caught me lacking, Toji, you would have caught me lacking. But you did catch me lacking. That's the thing. And I survived and I got back up. And now I just reawakened. So you always got to remember, chat, you can reawaken whenever you need to, whenever you want. It's never the end. You're never dead. You are never fucking dying. You're always in the fucking grind. Reawaken, get your shit together, and feel like you're the only honored one in this bitch. Combine your motherfucking blue and red and make a motherfucking hollow motherfucker purple and tweak off on the bitch like, That's what you gotta do, chat. You gotta realize that no matter how much you yapping, it feel good right now. The whole entire world feel good and it's on your motherfucking back. You dodging all the blows. You dodging all the bullshit. You dodging all the heavy shit life throws at you. Even if you take those hits, you gonna hit it right motherfucking back. Red, blue, hollow motherfucking purple, nigga. Bah. Hold on. I might. We gonna have to end stream on that. On the actual clip. But that's crazy.
Mom and I'm sorry, but I have to admit, I'm not even angry about you anymore. It's just that the world feels so wonderful right now. Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Alright. Goodbye from Gojo. Goodbye from me. Adios. We about to end stream. Next stream I'm gonna have some little music playing on the end stream, but adios muchachos. We outie. Wait, I don't. I wanted to get the outro music playing, but I might use Spotify or some shit. That's the only thing is that the music is gonna get copyrighted if I use Spotify. I need to have some free music already like waiting and available for it. But yeah, this is my outro yap, y'all hearing. While I'm looking for songs. But adios, muchachos.